Welcome back to Crypto Corner, your go-to spot for all things crypto. Thanks for joining me today as I give you the ins and outs of the most sleek hardware wallet. This is the Keevo Model 1. Not only is this device with a killer design that makes you want to carry it around just to show off, just to impress people. I mean, not really recommended, but it's tempting. But also, it comes with a separate piece of hardware that is a secondary encrypted memory device in its own right. You see, this replaces the need of writing your recovery seed on paper. It's very useful. I will get into more details on that, but more importantly, this device has a 4-factor security protection, so it's definitely one to take security seriously. Let's get into the nitty-gritty and find out more. Alright, well, let me start with the quick unboxing. I also left timestamps in the description below, so if you need to skip any parts or go back and forth, use them. As I unbox the device, I will comment on it. So let's get started. Keevo positions itself as a premium hardware wallet, which is obvious at first look. The box looks very luxurious. Right off the bat, you feel that you're holding a luxury item. It looks and feels expensive. And so it should. It is a top-tier product. In fact, it is double boxed, as you see. Here's the device inside this case here. And we also have a welcome card and another welcome message here directly from the co-founder that welcomes you to the Keevo community and even encourages you to message their customer support should you have any questions or issues. I have not tried the customer service, but this alone is already making me more at ease that should I need any assistance, I can reach out. Some wallets I've reviewed here are lacking a bit in that department, so it's good to see that Keevo is showing dedication to customer support from the first instant. They also say that feedback is appreciated, so you can even just send them your comments or praise or whatever. Alright, let's open this case now. It feels like a luxury watch case. Look at that inlining, soft and very well made. The attention to detail in the presentation really reflects the quality of what's inside. And what's inside is the device. It is thin and durable, it feels really strong. It's got a stainless steel body with a large 2.8-inch LCD display, a thumbprint, and it is an authentication sensor. And there is a QR code on the back, which you use to authenticate the device to prove that it is authentic. And as I open this here, we find the USB cable. It is a USB-C, and there is this additional attachment, the carbon key with its own secure element. This is where you'll store your backup for recovery in the future. I will talk more about this in a moment. This device came out on the market 2 years ago, but so far none of its competition has managed to surpass this kind of presentation. Elipo Titan 2 is probably the only one that can compare in terms of expensive feel. As you see, it can stand rested on this attachment because of the magnetic pull that they hold, but you won't really use it this way. This is not a stand. It just looks cool for the shot here. The reason I waited so long to make a review on this device is, well, at first I was quite doubtful of a new brand that has no proven track record and hasn't gained enough trust or credibility yet. This is usually how I approach any new brand I discover. I know a couple of other brands that came out around the same time and they didn't last. So naturally, I wanted to wait a little. And now that I've seen this withstand the time and continue to gain popularity and a growing community, it makes sense to add it to my collection. Now I'm gonna talk about the features and the security. I won't really go through the setting up. They have a short video on their website that takes you step by step through the process, so I don't have to do that. I just want to point out that you have to download the desktop application on your computer. Both Apple and Windows are supported, no Linux though. Maybe later on if there is enough demand for that. When you open the software, it will prompt you to create an account and then it will prompt you to connect the device. From that point on, the video on the website will guide you. Alright, now let's dive into more details about this hardware wallet, starting with the carbon key security. This is the standout feature of this make. It's an air-gapped, detached device magnetically connected to the main wallet. This device stores a secure element chip, contributing to Keevo's DYOR architecture system. What's unique here is that private keys aren't stored on either this or the device itself. No keys are stored on this device, just encrypted hashes of 3 key shares, which require a password and a fingerprint in order to decrypt. Basically, during the setup, you generate a private master key, which is not stored anywhere in memory. Instead, it is split into what is called key shares. One key share is stored on the secure chip on the Keevo wallet itself. Another one is encrypted with your strong password. You can enter up to 24 alphanumeric symbols. And a third is encrypted with your fingerprint, and then a fourth is encrypted on this device, the carbon key. You can restore your private master key with any 3 out of these 4 key shares, or factors if you want to call them, or shards, whichever term you are familiar with. This means that even if someone finds your carbon key, they can't use it on its own. Also, I like how you are involved in the creation of your private master key. As you go through the setup, you will see you are prompted to enter random numbers to create what is called user entropy. You see, Keevo uses a hardware-based true random number generator on their secure MCU to create your private keys. For extra security, you can input some random characters, so just pick any numbers, letters and symbols at random. You won't have to remember this. You have the carbon key for that. You will create a password after this and you will need to remember that. And one more thing I want to mention here. You can, if you want, see your recovery seed phrase, write it down separately. This will be useful in case your device malfunctions in the future. This is what the seed is for. Imagine you lose this device and you don't want to buy the same brand, but say in a few years' time there is a better device that you want to migrate to. Then you will need the seed phrase, right? And with the app, you can navigate to the settings and see that 24 words seed phrase. I like this because I know how fast things change with technology, so maybe in 5 years' time, I want to migrate to a new device. Maybe not, but I like to have that option anyway. Now here's where it gets interesting. Keevo offers an industry-first inheritance system. You can send the carbon key to a custodian service like Iron Mountain, locking it away in a secure vault. It's a really outstanding feature that I only know this brand to offer. It functions as a multi-factor authentication for beneficiaries. This is nothing like the controversial Ledger recovery service that made us all so uneasy with Ledger products earlier this year. This service allows users to leave not only this carbon key, but also other information like the PIN and pre-programmed thumbprints for a seamless transition of assets in case of unforeseen circumstances like death, accidents, or loss of memory even. It's a paid service, but really affordable. For less than $6 per month, Keevo and Iron Mountain will be securely storing that backup in an air-gapped database, providing 24/7 security and chain of custody controls, and offer convenient retrieval and restorage options. You allocate a beneficiary and enable them to encrypt their own strong password and biometric information on the carbon key. So, in the unfortunate case of death, your beneficiary can then restore your private keys and gain access to your crypto. And you can have this peace of mind without ever having to share any private information like your private key or password, even with the beneficiary or anyone else. This could be useful for partners, your kids, or whoever else you trust. Am I going to use it? Well, not now, but who knows, maybe one day. You can find out more about this on their website. It could be a good thing for the long term. By the way, as you are setting up the device, you will be prompted to choose a plan for this service, but if you scroll a little, you will see the option to go without this, so don't feel forced. Another cool service offered is Key Votary Verified Profiles, KVPs. These are non-transferable tokens which are trusted, private, safe, and simple. You can verify your identity, create an affidavit, have it notarized, then mint and link your KVP to your unique fingerprint and password to securely store and access it on your Keevo hardware wallet. The whole process takes less than 15 minutes. This turns your Keevo wallet into a cryptographic signature for your digital identity, and you can authenticate yourself as a real human being. You can pay only once versus signing up for multiple subscriptions that charge every month. You can own your private information and keep it encrypted on your Keevo easily and securely share your private information to anyone. You can also increase the value of your reputation and NFTs and enable Keevo's trustless inheritance service for your crypto assets. After you create your KVP, you can build your reputation by easily adding other digital certificates and passports even, such as Google accounts, YouTube channels, Facebook and Instagram profile, tweets, Discord services and others that are coming later on. Okay, for portfolio management and transactions, Keevo utilizes a desktop app, as I mentioned. A mobile app is planned but not yet released. The touchscreen on the device displays QR codes and makes management, signing transactions and generating codes very easy. We're talking secure air-gapped transfers. Very important, the USB-C connection allows for both management and charging as well. Keevo supports all major blockchain networks and over 1,000 ERC20 and ERC721 tokens, NFTs, and the list keeps growing. You can see it from the random pages that I'm showing you here. Too many pages to go through all of them. All tokens you can think of are here. It's a really extensive list. Even Hex is here and Humanic, wow. Well, this is a blast from the past. I forgot that this token even exists anymore. Anyway, I digress. It is a very extensive list and you will be able to see all of this on their website. All in all, my experience with the Keevo wallet has been very positive. From its premium design to its innovative security features, it seems to have set a new standard in the hardware wallet space. The attention to detail, the emphasis on security and the unique inheritance system make it stand out among its peers. And so I'm excited to have this in my collection, and I will be conducting further comparisons with other hardware wallets to provide a comprehensive overview of its pros and cons. Stay tuned for more updates as I explore the full potential of this and other hardware wallets as I keep adding more devices and share my experience with you here on this channel. So to recap, what are my pros and cons? Well, pros first. The device is compact, yet very sturdy and with outstanding design. Dual chip architecture security with external carbon key that is air-gapped for extra security. This eliminates the need for remembering your seed phrase. End-to-end encryption as well, and 4-factor authentication with advanced fingerprint sensor, secure MCU and BIV encryption, and a large touchscreen display, making it easy to navigate. All of this makes it the ideal cold storage to protect your assets from all kinds of hacks and malware. And lastly, extensive list of blockchains and tokens supported. There is unlimited storage. Unlike Ledger, where you keep running out of space, you don't have such issues with this device. And in terms of cons, well, the code is not open source yet, though this is something that is in the works. And no mobile app yet, means that it's not ideal for using it on the go, but then again, do you really need to use it on the go? I don't think so. And with that said, this concludes my review of the Keevo Model 1. If you like this review, if you want to get this device, I have a link in the description below. Also in there you will find other links to all of the crypto services that I'm using and that I recommend to you. And my free ebook with all of the best hardware wallets is also in there. So grab that one if you want to have a look at some other devices and compare and decide which one is the best device for you. I definitely recommend this wallet, but it is not the only great hardware wallet on the market. So of course, if you want to look around, I've reviewed all of the top hardware wallets in that free ebook. Grab the link or you can scan the QR code that you are seeing on the screen here. With that said, it's time for me to go. Thanks for staying until the end of the video. And while you're here, just pick another one of my videos and I'm gonna see you there.